All right, ready to dive into the world of PASS?
Let's do it.
Today, we're talking all about how to nail that PASS administrator interview.
And how to build a killer career in this field.
Exactly. It's not just about getting the job. It's about understanding this super important role.
Right, at the intersection of healthcare and tech.
We've got a ton of great resources from RoleCatcher to help us out today.
Career guides, sample interview questions.
The WERPs.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. First things first, what does the career landscape look like for PASS administrators?
What's the demand like out there?
Oh, it's booming.
Seriously.
Yeah, healthcare is going digital like crazy.
Makes sense.
And that means PASS administrators, people who can manage all those medical images, they're in super high demand.
Okay, so job security.
Definitely. Plus competitive salaries.
That's pretty good so far.
But it's not just about the perks, you know?
Right.
You're playing a crucial role in patient care.
That's got to feel rewarding.
It is. Every image you manage helps doctors diagnose and treat. You're making a real difference.
Okay, high demand, impactful work. But what about the flip side?
Uh-oh. Looking for the catch.
Well, every job has its challenges, right?
Of course. With PASS administration, it's a high responsibility role.
I can imagine.
You're dealing with very sensitive patient data
Right.
and system downtime that can literally impact patient care.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal.
So be ready for long hours, pressure to keep everything running smoothly.
Sounds intense.
It can be. And PASS technology is always evolving, so you've got to be a lifelong learner, always up to date.
Constantly learning new things.
Yep, but if you're up for the challenge, the rewards are definitely worth it.
Okay, so not for the faint of heart, but sounds like a fulfilling career.
Absolutely.
Now let's get down to business. Those interview questions. What's the first one they're likely to throw our way?
Almost guaranteed you'll hear, describe your experience with picture archiving and communication systems, or PASS.
Sounds straightforward.
It is, but it's your chance to make a strong first impression.
So how do we nail this one?
Honesty is key.
Okay, no need to exaggerate.
Right. Be specific, detailed about what you've actually done with PASS.
Like what?
Well, what were your responsibilities? What software did you use? Did you troubleshoot any issues? Tell a story about your PASS journey.
With real-world examples.
Exactly. Show them your skills in action.
Okay, story time. But what if you haven't actually worked as a PASS administrator before?
Happens all the time. People transition from related fields.
So what then?
That's where transferable skills come in.
Okay, I like that.
Think about any experience you have that even touches on PASS, even indirectly.
Like what?
Maybe you've worked with electronic health records or other healthcare IT systems.
Uh-huh.
Think about tasks that overlap with PASS administration. Data management, system maintenance, user training.
Makes sense.
And don't forget to tailor your response to the job description.
Right, highlight the skills they're looking for.
Exactly. If they want someone with strong troubleshooting skills, emphasize that part of your experience.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful, right? Tailoring your answers to this specific job.
Oh, for sure. It's like having a personalized interview prep team in your pocket.
Nice.
You can input the job description, practice your answers, and get AI-powered feedback that's tailored to that role.
So no generic answers.
Nope, you're showing them exactly why you're the perfect fit.
Love it. All right, experience question, check. What's next?
This one's a big one in healthcare. How do you ensure the security and privacy of patient data in PASS?
Of course, data security is huge, especially with high-pay regulations.
Yeah, they want to know you understand how serious it is to handle sensitive information.
So how do we convince them we're not going to accidentally share someone's X-ray on social media?
Show, don't just tell.
Okay, so don't just say, I understand, I pay.
Right. Give concrete examples of how you've implemented security measures in the past.
Like what?
Have you worked with access controls, encryption, audit trails?
Okay, weave those details into your answer.
Exactly. Show your commitment to protecting patient data.
Right, like at my previous job, I was responsible for setting up user permissions and ensuring only authorized personnel had access to specific patient images.
Perfect.
And if I haven't had direct experience with PASS security yet,
Then show them you understand the principles.
okay, how would I approach data security in this role?
Exactly. And emphasize your commitment to HIPAA compliance.
Got it. Be specific, showcase my knowledge, patient privacy is a top priority. What's next?
Get ready for this one. How do you troubleshoot technical issues in PASS?
Makes sense. Technical glitches happen.
They need to know you can handle them like a pro.
Troubleshooting, the heart of any tech job. How do we approach this one?
Walk them through your process.
Okay.
Explain your structured approach.
Step by step.
Right. What are the first things you do when something goes wrong? What tools or resources do you rely on?
Okay.
How do you communicate with users and the IT team? And again, examples are super helpful.
So instead of just saying, I'm good at troubleshooting, I'm painting a picture of how I actually do it.
That's it.
Like one time the PASIA server went down and I immediately checked the system logs, isolated the problem, and worked with IT to get it back online within an hour.
Perfect.
Show them I have a plan. I'm proactive.
And you get things done.
All right, speaking of getting things done, let's talk about integration. Healthcare systems, they don't exist in a vacuum, right?
Nope. Everything's connected these days.
How do we answer the question, describe your experience with PASIA's integration with other healthcare systems?
This is where you show off your understanding of the bigger picture.
Okay, how PASIAS fits into the whole healthcare IT ecosystem.
Exactly. They want to see you can make these systems work together seamlessly.
So interoperability.
Yes. Think about any projects where you connected PASIAS to other systems.
Look at EHRs or RIS.
Yes, those are good examples. Did you work on data migration, interface development, system testing? Explain how those integrations helped improve workflow efficiency or, even better, patient care.
So I could say something like, at my previous clinic, I helped implement a system that automatically pulled patient demographics from the EHR into PASIAS, reducing errors and saving staff time.
Excellent example.
So as I get how integration can have a real impact.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've covered 4 crucial questions: experience, security, troubleshooting, and integration. That's a solid foundation. But before we go any further, how can RoleCatcher help us prepare for the rest?
This is where RoleCatcher's AI really shines. It's got this massive library of potential interview questions,
Okay.
all tailored to the PASIAS administrator role.
Nice.
You can browse through them, practice your answers, and get AI-powered feedback to refine your responses.
So it's not just a generic list of questions and answers. It's tailored to the specific job I'm applying for.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Can you give us a sneak peek at a couple more questions RoleCatcher might help me prepare for?
Sure. How about these? How do you ensure the availability and reliability of PASIAS? And how do you stay current with advancements in PASIAS technology?
Those are great ones. Let's tackle those right after, well, no need for a break. We can just keep going.
Okay, so let's jump into those next couple of questions I mentioned.
Sounds good. You said, how do you ensure the availability and reliability of PASIAS?
That's one, yeah.
All right, availability, reliability. Seems like that's all about keeping the system up and running 24/7, no crashing allowed.
Exactly. PASIAS, it's a critical system in healthcare. Downtime is a big no-no.
Right.
So they want to see that you're proactive, take system maintenance seriously.
Okay.
Think about regular backups, software updates, performance monitoring, all those things that prevent problems before they even happen.
So being a step ahead, anticipating those potential issues before they become major headaches.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to get specific either. Mention any tools or processes you've used to ensure system stability.
Yeah.
You could say, at my previous job, I implemented a system for automated backups and regular server health checks to minimize the risk of downtime.
Okay, I like it. Being proactive, having a system in place. What about that other question you mentioned? The one about staying current with PASIAS technology.
Yeah, that's a good one. How do you stay current with advancements in PASIAS technology? It's about showing you're a lifelong learner, always eager to stay ahead of the curve in this field because it's always changing.
So how do we convince them we're not stuck in the technological Stone Age?
Well, think about all the ways you keep your knowledge fresh. Have you attended any conferences, workshops, webinars related to PASIAS?
Okay, makes sense.
Are you pursuing any certifications? EKP, CPSA?
Uh-huh.
Do you subscribe to industry publications or follow relevant blogs, online forums? Mention specific examples.
Right. Show them I'm committed to continuous learning. Like I could say, I recently completed a course on the latest DICOM standards, and I'm a member of the Society for Imaging Informatics in Medicine, so I stay updated on all the latest trends.
Perfect.
Shows them I'm serious about my PASIAS game.
It does. It shows initiative.
And hey, what about just plain old curiosity?
Oh, that's important too. Mention that you enjoy exploring new technologies, keeping up with those advancements in healthcare IT.
Stay curious, stay informed.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got 6 key questions covered now, but there are definitely more out there. This is where RoleCatcher can really help out, right?
Oh, absolutely. RoleCatcher, it's your interview prep buddy. It has a huge library of potential questions.
Okay.
All tailored to the PASIAS administrator role.
Nice.
And the AI can analyze that specific job description you're targeting.
Uh-huh.
It'll suggest the most relevant questions you're likely to face.
So I can practice my answers, get feedback, and walk into that interview feeling like I've already aced it in my head.
Exactly. And you know what else is cool about RoleCatcher?
What's that?
It can actually help you identify any skills gaps you might have.
Oh, based on the job description.
Yeah, and then it suggests ways to address them.
Okay, like what?
Let's say they're looking for someone with experience in a specific PASS software you haven't used before. RoleCatcher might recommend online courses or certifications to boost your qualifications.
That's amazing. It's like having a career coach built right into the app.
It is. It's all about empowering you to succeed.
So RoleCatcher, it's not just about nailing the interview, it's about becoming a stronger candidate overall.
You got it. Now, we've talked a lot about specific questions and answers, but let's take a step back for a moment, look at the bigger picture.
Okay, good idea. What are some general tips for just acing a PASS administrator interview beyond just memorizing answers?
Right, because it's more than that. First and foremost, be yourself.
Okay, authenticity.
Yes. Let your passion for healthcare IT shine through, your eagerness to learn, and, don't be afraid to show a little personality.
Okay, so not like cracking jokes about patient data security, but
Right. Use good judgment.
maybe a lighthearted comment about how much I love troubleshooting tech issues.
Exactly. Find that balance between professionalism and approachability. Speaking of professionalism,
What'd I do?
dress the part.
Okay, no showing up in my pajamas. What's a dress code for a PASS administrator interview?
It depends. Different organizations, different settings. But business casual is usually a safe bet.
Okay, I can do that.
Think slacks, skirt, button-down shirt, blouse, maybe a blazer. And of course, make sure your shoes are clean. Overall appearance, neat and tidy.
Got it. Look the part, but also feel confident and comfortable.
Exactly. And here's another tip. Be ready to ask some thoughtful questions at the end of the interview.
Okay, shows I'm engaged.
Yes. It shows genuine interest in the role.
What kind of questions should I ask?
Think about things that'll help you understand the role better, the team, the organization.
Okay, so not just any job, this specific job.
Right. You could ask about the specific PASS system they use, opportunities for professional development, or the company culture.
Those are good questions. What else can I do to make a great impression?
Nonverbal communication is key. Eye contact, smile, sit up straight. Those little things can make a big difference.
So it's not just what I say, it's how I present myself overall.
You got it. Confidence, enthusiasm, genuine interest. That's the winning combo.
Love it. Now let's talk about something that can be a little awkward but important. Salary expectations.
Oh, yeah. The money talk.
How do we handle that gracefully?
Do your research beforehand. Use websites like Glassdoor or Salary.com. Get a sense of the average salary range for PASS administrators in your area, with your level of experience. And be prepared to discuss your expectations clearly and confidently.
Okay, so no blurting out a random number.
Right. Have a realistic range in mind.
Got it.
And remember, salary negotiation is a two-way street.
Okay.
Be open to discussing the entire compensation package, benefits, bonuses, other perks.
Right, not just the base salary, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay, feeling more confident about that now. What else should we know about interview etiquette?
Be respectful of everyone you interact with, from the receptionist to the hiring manager.
Yeah, good life advice in general, too.
It is. Your interactions with everyone matter, and a positive attitude goes a long way.
Treat everyone with kindness and respect. Now, I know we talked about this a bit earlier, but let's circle back to highlighting those transferable skills.
Good point. It's important.
Even if you haven't worked as a PASS administrator before, you can still apply skills from other roles to this position.
Absolutely.
So give us some examples. What kind of transferable skills are we talking about?
Think about your experience in data management, system administration, troubleshooting, customer service, communication.
Okay, valuable skills for any job, really.
They are, but they are definitely applicable to a PASS administrator role.
So if I've worked as an IT support specialist or a medical records clerk, those experiences could be relevant.
Oh, absolutely. Highlight the tasks and responsibilities from your previous roles that overlap with what a PASS administrator does.
Okay, connecting the dots for them, showing how my past experiences have prepared me, even if it wasn't a perfect match.
Exactly. And tailor your resume and cover letter to highlight those transferable skills. Use keywords from the job description and give specific examples that show what you can do.
So even if my job title doesn't scream PASS administrator, I can still make my resume and cover letter stand out.
You can by showcasing those relevant skills you've gained.
Okay, good to know.
And guess what? RoleCatcher can help here too.
No way, really?
Yeah, its AI can analyze your resume and cover letter and suggest improvement.
Oh, wow, to make them more aligned with the job I'm applying for.
Exactly.
It's like my personal resume and cover letter editor helping me put my best foot forward.
It is. It's all about giving you the tools you need to succeed in this job market. Now let's shift gears a bit. Talk about some of the challenges and rewards of actually working as a PASS administrator.
Okay, we touched on this a little before. What are some of the things that make this job both challenging and rewarding?
Well, like we said, it's a high responsibility role. You're dealing with sensitive data, and any system downtime can directly impact patient care.
Right. It's not a job you can just forget about when you leave the office.
Exactly. You need to be comfortable working under pressure, handling stressful situations calmly and effectively.
Okay, so you need to be dedicated, committed to making sure that system runs smoothly.
You do, but that sense of responsibility also brings huge rewards.
Okay, like what?
You're playing a vital role in healthcare,
Makes sense.
helping doctors diagnose and treat patients accurately and efficiently. You're making a real difference in people's lives.
That's got to feel good, knowing your work is contributing to better healthcare outcomes.
It is, and then there's the intellectual stimulation of working with cutting-edge technology.
Right, because PASS is constantly evolving.
It is, so you'll always be learning and growing in this role.
It's not a job where you'll get bored easily.
Nope. There's always something new to learn and explore.
And what about career growth? Where can this role lead?
As you gain experience and expertise, you can move into more senior roles.
Like what?
PASS manager, director of imaging informatics, things like that.
Okay, so there's a clear path for those who want to move up.
Absolutely. And with AI and other technologies becoming more common in healthcare, the role of the PASS administrator is just going to become even more important.
Wow, so even more in demand in the future.
I think so. Now, we've covered a lot of ground today, but I want to leave you with something to think about.
Ooh, I love a good thought-provoking question. What is it?
With all these advancements in artificial intelligence, how do you see the role of the PASS administrator evolving over the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow, that's a great question. It's one thing to talk about the future, but we need to know how to prepare for the present too.
Right. So how does all this AI talk actually impact the role today? It's a great question, because AI is already impacting the role in a big way.
Why, how?
One area is image analysis.
Okay.
AI algorithms can detect things in medical images that humans might miss. Patterns, anomalies.
Wow, so AI is like this super assistant for radiologists, helping them make more accurate diagnoses.
Exactly. And for PASS administrators, this means they need to understand these AI tools,
Right.
how to integrate them into the system, make sure the results are accurate and reliable.
So it's not just managing images anymore, it's managing the AI that's analyzing those images. That's a whole other level.
It is, and it needs a new set of skills. PASS administrators, they have to be comfortable working with data scientists.
Okay.
Understanding those basic AI concepts, being able to troubleshoot any problems with these AI systems.
So the role's becoming more technical, more specialized.
Definitely, but it's also more strategic.
How so?
PASS administrators are in this unique position.
Okay.
They bridge the gap between the technical world of AI and the actual clinical side of healthcare.
That's a big responsibility.
It is. They're helping make sure AI is being used ethically, responsibly to actually improve patient care.
So it's not just making the tech work, it's making sure it's used for good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important for anyone going into this field to stay up to date.
Right, with all the latest in AI and healthcare.
Yeah, read those industry publications, go to conferences, check out online forums, keep your finger on the pulse.
Stay curious, stay informed, embrace that AI revolution.
Yeah.
What about people already working as PASS administrators, though? How can they keep up?
Never stop learning.
Okay, so continuous learning is key.
It is. Take courses, pursue certifications, even think about going back to school for a degree in health informatics or something related.
So even if you've been in the field a while, there's always more to learn.
Always. And don't forget about networking.
Oh, good point.
Connect with other PASS professionals.
Okay, online forums, industry events, professional organizations.
All of that. Share your knowledge, learn from others, build those relationships that can help your career.
Networking.
Yeah.
It's not just schmoozing, it's building that community.
Absolutely. Now, before we wrap up, I want to come back to something we touched on before, that human element of PASS administration.
Right, because with all this talk about tech and AI, it's easy to forget that healthcare is all about people.
It is. And while those technical skills are essential, a good PACS administrator also needs strong communication skills.
Makes sense. You're interacting with all sorts of people. Doctors, nurses, techs, IT staff.
And sometimes even patients.
Right.
Being able to explain things clearly, listen to people's needs, work well with different teams, that's so important.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about understanding the people who use that tech to provide care.
And that's what makes PACS administrators so important. They're the bridge between technology and patient care.
Making sure those medical images get to the people who need them.
Exactly.
Like a behind-the-scenes role, but one that's crucial to better healthcare, maybe even saving lives.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of PACS administrators.
Thanks for sharing all your insights with us.
It's been my pleasure.
I hope everyone listening found this helpful and inspiring.
I hope so too. Remember, the future of healthcare is exciting.
It is.
And with the right skills, the right knowledge, and a real passion for making a difference, you can be a part of it.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration.